We are less than 100 days away from the 2019 high school football season beginning, and we're getting closer to our initial release of the preseason top 25 rankings on July 22nd, so let's check out some of the contenders who will be vying for that number one spot. The Sauce team out in Houston, Texas, North Shore, finished 2018 as the number one team in the country, and they bring back a lot of talented players from last year's national championship squad, led by five-star running back Zachary Evans. He's the number one rated player overall in 24/7 Sports player composite rankings for the class of 2020. The Mustangs also returned the sophomore of the year Demetrius Davis at quarterback and one of the sauciest dudes in 2021, five-star playmaker Shaudrick Banks. North Shore will easily be in the mix to start the year at number one, and a few Southern California teams will also. Mater Dei lost a few dudes and a couple transferred, but they still bring back the co-junior of the year Bryce Young under center. The 2020 USC commit had huge shoes to fill replacing JT Daniels, and he exceeded expectations, throwing for nearly 4,000 yards and 39 touchdowns while leading the Monarchs to their second straight CIF Open Division State Championship. With Elias Ricks and Darion Greenwarn both transferring, expect Jalen Davies, Josh Hunter, Damani Jackson, and Rayshawn Davis to make big-time impacts on defense, and expect Kyron Ware Hudson, CJ Williams, Cody Epps, and Christian Dixon to make plays on offense, with both Drew McCoy and Big Mike Martinez graduating. Another Trinity League team who will be in contention for the top spot is St. John Bosco. They have one of the nastiest offenses in the country, led by five-star Clemson commit DJ Uiagalelei. The number one quarterback in 2020 has a bunch of weapons to get the rock to that include four-star Logan Loya, 2020 Oregon commit Chris Hudson, four-star 2021 wide receiver Bo Collins, and one of the most underrated dudes in the country, Jody McDuffie. The offensive line is a strong suit also for the Braves, led by four-star Drake Metcalf and Ernest Green, who will have a chance to be the number one overall recruit in 2022. Some other contenders for the number one spot include a couple of schools from the DMV area. St. John's is coming for all the smoke in 2019. They have the toughest schedule in the country and have a 4-week stretch against St. Joseph's Prep, Duncanville, IMG Academy, and Mater Dei. This team is loaded with ballers that include five-star Rakim Jarrett and MJ Sherman to go with three-star quarterback Soljay Maeva and a bunch of studs in the trenches led by 2020 Clemson commit Trey Williams. St. Francis Academy enters the 2019 season winners of 23 straight, and they have one of the toughest schedules heading into this year with out-of-state matchups against Miami Central, Mater Dei, St. Joseph Regional, and IMG Academy. The Baltimore Powers is as loaded as any team, led by 2020 Alabama commit Chris Braswell, 2020 LSU commit Damon Clowney, four-star running back Blake Corum, 2021 linebacker Aaron Willis, 2020 Michigan commit Osman Savage, and four-star corner Luke Hill. Philly Power St. Joseph's Prep returns a lot of key players from a team that went 13-0 and won its second state title over the last 3 years. They got a bunch of firepower on offense, coming back led by 2021 Ohio State commit Kyle McCord under center, four-star wide receiver Marvin Harrison Jr., the son of NFL Hall of Famer Marvin Harrison, three-star Kobe Burrell in the backfield, and on defense expect a big time here from Jeremiah Trotter Jr. He's one of the best linebackers from the class of 2021. IMG Academy is in the mix every year too, and they got a bunch of big-time playmakers led by 2020 Ohio State commit Legend Cavazos. And there's a chance former Mater Dei five-star corner Elias Ricks transfers there, and if he does, that will be a huge addition for the Ascenders. 2022 quarterback Chad Masco came over from Georgia, and he's one of the best players overall in his class. And on defense, they got four-star linebacker Ma'anauti Ote, four-star defensive end J.C. Latham, four-star defensive tackle Warren Brinson, and on offense, expect Michael Redding III and Corey Palmer to be big-time playmakers at receiver. Duncanville was seconds away from winning the 6A Division I UAL Texas State title, and they will be in contention again in 2019 with Jaquindon Jackson and Chris Thompson both returning. Jackson's one of the most dominant players not just in Texas but in the country, and Thompson is a straight savage in the secondary. They also added four-star linebacker Kendrick Blackshire, who is the best linebacker in 2021 in my opinion. Expect Miami Central, St. Thomas Aquinas, Corona Centennial, and Eastside Catholic to all be in the mix to be ranked in the top 10 too, with the talent they have heading into the season. And we got 53 more days to go before we release our initial top 25, and we'll have you covered for all the preseason content once July 1st gets here, featuring the top 10 quarterbacks, top 10 games of the year, top 10 players, and much, much more.